the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Dances by him. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On first down, it's Robinson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the run, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Shotgun now for Lance. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Check, Mike, 39. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Niners.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Let's go. Here we go.
Mitchell.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They run. Robinson runs over him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
James Robinson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown, Washington.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes this Washington 14, 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
4 yards remain for second down.
Watch it slide, watch it slide.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. It's a party now. It's a party now.
And Lance now to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On play action, Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And Lance going to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Able to slither by and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
120 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Gibson again.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle, there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Eight yards to go on second down.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the slant.
Touchdown, Washington.
Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Washington 28, 49ers 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Lance now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
39. Come on, D. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's put him on the button. Put that team on the
Here's Lance to throw it.
Flushed out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, here's Gibson again. It's a first down and more for Gibson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
182 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A carry for Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Working from the gun, Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Lance. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jamin Davis.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance.
Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Chase Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Boy, 214 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.